I actually do not know where to start with this thing. Hi guys, this is RACKNLOAD and this is the FX Impact, and this one is in 38 foot-pounds FAC version or firearm certificate version here in the UK. 0.22 this one is, available in lots of flavours of calibers, okay? 177, 22, 25 and 30 cal. Okay, so lots of options. Not sure if you can get the 30 cal here in the UK, but other countries pretty easy to get, no doubt. But oh my god guys, this thing, this air gun has seriously excited me. It is a real nice piece of kit. Now looks wise, you're either going to love it or hate it at the end of the day. You know, I'm just going to leave it there. But anyway, let's throw out some specs and then we'll have a closer look at this thing. Right, so the FX Impact, available in 12 foot-pounds, available in high power version like this 38 foot-pounder. Losing my voice already. The length of this thing, well, I've got to sort of give you two lengths here, right? As it is 760 millimeters, but it has got a telescopic shroud. Okay, how cool is that? That'll take it to 920 millimeters and make it a little bit quieter, obviously, because you're extending the shroud. It's not extending the barrel, it's extending the shroud. So super compact like that, a little bit longer with the shroud. That is a cool feature. I have not seen that on an air gun as of yet, unless I've missed something. Okay, weight of this thing unscoped is 3.2 kilos, 480cc bottle. In the 2.2 version, well, while I sort of mention it, let's jump in and talk about the mags. 2.2 version are 18 shot capacity magazines, 16 in 25 and 14 in 30. I believe they're 20, maybe 22. I'm not actually sure about that. I'll throw in all the details of this rifle in the details of the video, because there is that much technical stuff to talk about this thing. I'm not even going to go there. I just read it. Look down here guys. Ooh, get my finger right. Look down here. It's because I've got the camera sort of hanging from the ceiling. Look down here in the details of the video. Read all the technical data. But these mags, okay, now if you've seen some of my previous videos, I'm not a fan. I've got to say guys, I'm not a fan of cassette style magazines. Yeah, when they're loaded, they're great, they're reliable, but they're just a pain to load. It's winter here in the UK, okay? I was loading this thing as I was testing it, my fingers were getting cold, I was having to load mag after mag after mag because I was testing this thing, and it was just a pain to load, okay? Fiddly to load out in the field. Yeah, I get if you was a hunter, you'd get several magazines, you'd load them up and you'd have more than enough shots. I get that. I just like simple mags. I like the Virart magazines, you know, where you just push all the pellets in. The old FXs had them. They're just the round magazines where you push the pellets in and then just slot them in. I don't get the problem with them, but hey ho, it is how it is. Cassette magazines. Once you figure out how to load them, then you're onto a winner anyway, but you'll have to read the instructions if you don't know. Me, instructions, yeah, alright, I do read them, but I'm a typical bloke, you know how it is, you just gotta guess for a little bit, haven't you? But no, I don't advise that with this rifle. Do not guess on any aspect of this rifle, okay? I've got to stress that actually, I think I'll stress that before we go on. There are a lot of things that you can do on this rifle. If you get it wrong, you will void the warranty, okay? So read that. If you're gonna get one of these, read it. Don't just assume you're gonna know how to run this thing. Read that, because there are a lot of things that can potentially go wrong with this thing, Okay, that's all I'm going to say. That's your disclaimer. But anyway, yeah, the mags, like I said, I'm not a fan of cassette style mags, but they do work fine. But yeah, that's the magazines. I'll talk about loading in a minute, but let's take it from the top with this FX Impact then. So, take it from the recoil pad, and now, well, let's take it from the whole thing. Now, what do you instantly think of when you look at this? You know, no swearing if you don't like the look of it. AR-15, yeah, it is an AR style air rifle. It actually takes AR-15 pistol grips. So if you want to swap one of them out, you can get an AR-15 pistol grip and throw it on there, no problem. Fully adjustable stock and recoil pad. In fact, the recoil pad is quite nice. It's very grippy. It's rubberized. It's not mega soft. I'd kind of like that a little bit softer myself, my preference. But you've got these as well. This is quite good, depending on how you grip the rifle. If you're pulling it into yourself with your other hand rather than your trigger finger hand, it's got some grips there, so you can sort of pull the stock into you. So that is cool if you're shooting off a bench or anything like that. But to be honest, I think this thing is going to appeal to hunters more than anything, especially the FAC version. Okay. Right, now as you can see, it is in fact a bullpup configuration because the magazine goes in here like so. Okay, so that's not your barrel is all the way back here. Okay, so you've got quite a long barrel. You know, first impressions you just think, oh, that's a short barrel, but no, it does go all the way along there. Okay, right, so adjustments on this PCP Impact, this FX Impact. There is loads you can do to it. Okay, you can adjust the power settings like on a lot of FXs. You can adjust it, crank it up, crank it down. You can adjust the different power settings there. There's loads. Honestly, there is loads to do. Let's have a look at the manual and I'll show you what I mean. We may as well take a look at the manual. In fact, excellent manual, by the way, FX. It tells you all your do's and don'ts. You can get this thing in silver as well. That kind of reminds me of that gun that they have in the Terminator movies. What is it? Plasma rifle with a 40-watt range, something like that. Shows you all how to use load the magazine and all this, that and the other, and it tells you about the different power settings. Okay, and notice all these as well, like I was saying earlier. Never do this, never do that, never do this, never do that, never do. You've seriously got to read this before you do anything to this rifle when you first get it. Okay, but yeah, you can adjust all the different power settings, you know, but will you do that? Depends what you're doing. Depends whether you're shooting, you know, in a barn or something like that. Whether you're hunting with it or, you know, it's a million different scenarios, I guess. But while I sort of show you the manual is excellent, really clear. It tells you everything you need to know. Cool photographs as well. A real cool manual. You know, top marks on the manual FX. It's not very often I give someone top marks on manuals. But anyway, so yeah, there's an adjustment there for the power level. Okay, there's adjustment there for the power level. There are two gauges. One there for how much air's in your bottle. One there for your regulator, because this is a regulated air rifle, okay, or PCP rifle. There's your filler nozzle, so to speak. Notice carbon fibre wrapped bottle, so that is cool. I do love the look of that. 480 cc's, so you're going to get a lot of shots out of that. I'm going to throw all those details in the details of the video. So just check out the details of the video. I'll give you all them specs because there's that many different variants of this this rifle. that many different power settings. I believe this one you'll get around the 38 foot-pounder. I think you get about 60 shots in 2.2. Don't quote me. I'm just, like I said, I'll throw all that info in the details of the vid. So, oh blimey, loads to talk about with this thing. Right then, by the way, it's wearing a Hawk Sidewinder scope, a bit of a mismatch of stuff on here. Vortex flip recover caps, they are excellent by the way. And we've got some sports match mounts on there, which are pretty damn cool. Really good, really good. Well impressed with them. Now, where did we get to? This thing, there's just so much to talk about. Right then, so stock, notice it's all aluminium. It's not really left hand friendly, but I believe you can get these to order in full left hand. I was shooting this thing left handed, no problems at all, although the magazine does stick out a little bit, but no, not a problem. Would be kind of nice if you could have, you know, been able to sort of flip this thing round to left handed, but well, whatever, you know, if you're going to spend, what are these, £1,500 here in the UK, you're going to get one to suit you, won't you? Left-handed or right-handed. So at the end of the day, you know, that's how it is. Full aluminium. This thing is, I just love it. I just love it. I can't stress that enough, guys. I love this thing. Loads of Picatinny rail that you can see, so you can soon mount lights and lasers. Bit of rail here. A lot of guys throw on bipods there. So, or you could get, should I say it, a buddy bottle bipod. Not recommended though, because that does tend to put a lot of stress on the thread of the bottle. But you know, again, depends what you're going to use this thing for. But you can mount a sort of a forward facing bipod on this thing. So, but anyway, let's talk about loading then. So I think we've covered all the specs. Anything that I've missed, like I said, I'll throw in the details of the video. So, gotta get my breath. Loading then. Side lever cocking, cock that all the way back. Load your cassette style magazine. Okay. Load that up, and then basically line these that notch up there. Here, basically get it, there's like a brass bit there, if you can see that. That sort of goes like that. So I'm trying to do this whilst watching the viewfinder on the camera. Let's do that like that. Hang on a sec. Oh, it's not happening. The pellet probe's rolled back. Hang on a sec, guys. There we go. Right, and so magazine in. Make sure it's pushed all the way in, and that is your mag in. Okay, so not really left hand friendly, but it weren't bothering me too much. And then basically push your cocking lever all the way back. Make sure that mag's in properly. Okay, and that will go all the way forward. Obviously it won't now because there's no pellets in the rifle, or in the magazine, so to speak. So you know when the magazine has run out because you can't cock it, okay? Because let's just pull the mag out, because it will stop. The pellet probe will stop when it gets to the end of the magazine, okay? So, but imagine the magazine is in, that'll just close up like that. No automatic safety catch. You have got like an AR-15 style safety catch, which is nice. I'm not really a fan of auto safeties myself, especially on multi-shots. I really don't see the point of them. You know, you're getting a multi-shot at the end of the day so you can have a fast follow-up shot or shots. You don't want to be messing about with an automatic safety. So that is a good feature. While we've got that cocked, let's give this match trigger, by the way, fully adjustable match trigger, a pull. Straight out the box, I've not touched it. Let's give it a whirl. Nothing in the gun. Let's just Okay, so 2 pounds, 3.9 ounces. Okay, straight out of the box. So that is a nice trigger. I'm sure you can crank that down even lower if you want. You know, it's totally up to you. I was pretty much happy with that thing straight out of the box. Just a sweet, sweet trigger. And an adjustable blade as well, which is really nice. So, top marks, FX, especially with this thing being a bullpup. You know, just superb, superb trigger. That cocking lever, by the way, is all metal, so nice and tough. You know, not a lot of wiggle on it. Shake test. That's just my. There is a little bit of rattle. I think it is basically that, but there's something rattling. Don't know what it is. I can't see anything. It's probably something that should rattle, hopefully. Right then, so where do we go now? So that's trigger, that's safety catch, the barrel. Right, let's go on to the barrel. Now, like I said, adjustable shroud, which it is called, but the great thing about this thing is it's got interchangeable barrels. Okay, so you can buy this thing whatever caliber you want it, but then you can get another barrel, which obviously is going to cost you more, but you can get another caliber barrel for this rifle. Okay, you get the with the kit, you get the barrel, you get the pellet probe. Okay, because obviously if you're going to change out the barrel, you've got to change out the pellet probe. Easy enough job. I'll show you now. It's literally undo this like nut here, undo that, and it's literally, you just pull the barrel out. I'll do this as carefully as I can. So let's just pull that out gently. Okay, so there is your barrel. Okay, I'm just knocking my camera about. So that's a 2.2 barrel. And that's your shroud on there. So you can basically whip this barrel out and throw in a 177 or 25 or 30 cal, you know, whatever sort of floats your boat, whatever you need. And then you've just got to basically swap out the pellet probe to your desired caliber, and then it's literally, see this little notch here, that's what holds the barrel in. That screw basically screws into that. So it's literally just well, before I chuck it back in, I'll just get you so you can have a look down there. Not really much to see, but interesting nevertheless. So barrel in, basically slide it back in. I'm just trying to do this on camera, guys. So notice there, just sliding it back in, so like the pellet, the shroud is sort of collapsing on me as well. So when you get to sort of this stage, you just got to make sure this little notch is lined up, and it's literally just push it all the way in like that till it stops. Do that up, and that's it, barrel on. But like I said, you would have to adjust the pellet probe, swap out the pellet probe rather, to your desired caliber. And that is a barrel change, caliber change, barrel change, you know, and then all of a sudden you've got a totally different performing rifle. So do you know what I mean, guys? That is a pretty damn cool feature. I hope we're going to see that in a lot more air rifles in the future. That will be an absolute win in my book. You know, gone will be the days where you need several different air rifles in your cabinet. Not that I'm complaining about that, you know, more the merrier, that's what I say. But it would just be cool to have a real cool gun like this, real, you know, modular, so to speak, rifle where you can just swap out calibers, you know, depending on what you're going to do. You know, if you're going to go to the range, throw on a 22 barrel, you know, if you're going to go hunting, or dare I say it, yeah, this, you know, I'm going into the realms of 177 versus 22. Guys, go easy on me in the comments. But you know, you could sort of use your 22 barrel for target shooting, use your 177 for hunting, or vice versa. I'm not going to get involved in that argument. But you know what I'm on about, guys. It is just a cool feature, the way you can just swap out these barrels. Really, really cool feature. And while we mention the barrel, worth noting as well that the barrel does have FX's smooth twist. So that basically means that most of the barrel is smooth bore, and then the last little bit, 2 or 3 inches, is actually rifled. So basically that just puts less drag on the pellet as it goes down the bore, and then that last little bit of rifling puts spin on it to keep the thing accurate and stable. So that's worth noting about the barrel. But this thing is like a laser beam. Okay then guys, so let's talk accuracy. Now at the end of the day, accuracy is what counts, you know. Don't matter how good the rifle or pistol looks, accuracy. Now, I had some interesting results, okay. I think it's because this being the high power version, the 38 foot-pounder, I was using RWS Superdomes and it really did not like them. When I thought I'd got this thing zeroed, all of a sudden the pellets would just veer off 6 inches to one side, or you know, high or low. It was just all over the place, and I thought, maybe these pellets aren't liking it, because at the end of the day, it's a high power rifle. You know, is the pressure sort of blowing the pellet skirt out as it leaves the muzzle. So anyway, I moved on to some, I think I've got them here, Bisley Magnums. These things are a lot heavier than what I was using, and this rifle basically shone then. 6 shots, this thing was zeroed. I shot it at 50 yards, and I'll show you my 50 yard target. Now this is no BS, guys, and this is me talking, this is no BS. I have seriously impressed myself with this. This thing is like a laser beam, okay? 50 yards, ta-da, okay? Bisley Magnums, yeah, I get you guys will probably be able to stack them, but for me, 50 yards, I'm impressed. These are 3-shot groups. Oh my God, I am happy with that, okay? I am more than happy with that. Bear in mind, guys, though, this is a 38 foot-pounder, okay? I'm pretty sure that the 177 will be even more accurate, okay? 30 yards, okay? Not a great deal of difference, you know. Obviously, I had to, you know, make the adjustments for the 50 yards, you know, but I am well impressed with the accuracy. For me, that is like a laser beam, okay? I had some fun as well shooting some snappy targets as well. That was pretty cool. These are pretty cool, by the way. Wooden targets that snap off when you shoot them. Very good fun, but I'll throw in a bit of footage of that if I haven't put it at the start of the video. But yeah, accuracy wise, very good, very good. Just use heavy pellets in the FAC or high power versions, okay? Because this thing, I was assuming anyway that it was just blowing the skirts out of lighter pellets. You know, it was just distorting the pellets as they left the muzzle, you know, due to the power of this thing. But accuracy, amazing. Like I said earlier, the pistol grip is AR style, and you can swap this thing out to any AR style or AR pistol grip. This is a Hogue style one, so you know, it's rubberized, quite grippy, so really really quite nice. But if that doesn't float your boat, then you can, like I said, get something else. But I really like this this pistol grip. You know, it's very comfortable, very grippy, just what you need, you know, in sort of all sorts of conditions that you may use this rifle in, but just a very, very comfortable pistol grip. But it's customizable as well, so you can do what you want. Now FX supply you with a very cool hard case. It's all cut out to fit the impact in, even if you've got a big scope as well, so that's really cool as well. And you've got all your bits and pieces in there as well, you know, your filler nozzle and all those bits, Allen keys that you need, Allen wrenches, but a real nice, hard, tough, well-made case to protect your rifle. So that is a real nice extra that you get, and so you should as well. You know, you're paying a lot of money for the FX Impact. You need something to protect it well. So brilliant, brilliant case, and a very good quality case as well. Not like a crappy one that you sometimes get. You know, with rifles, this is a quality case from FX. That's it then, guys. That is your rack and load review of the FX Impact. Like I said, this one is a high power version. This one's the 38 foot-pounder. Certainly packs hell of a punch. This one does in the 2.2. Other calibers are available, like I said. But you can get this thing in 12 foot-pounds, UK legal limit as well. But like I said, if you want something that packs a little bit more of a punch, then get the high power version, but you will need a firearm certificate for it. Being over 12 foot-pounds, this one running at 38 foot-pounds certainly does pack a bit of a punch. Anyway, that is it, guys. Thanks for watching. That is your rack and load review. Stay subscribed, stay tuned, loads more to come. That's rack and load. See ya.